Jacob Pede from Tram Talk, Aviation Tram Talk, Sun and Fun 2024 here, and we are with Savanna Hunter, and she goes by call sign
Thunder.
Thunder. All right. Well, first of all, let's get that out of the way. How do you get the call sign?
So our founder, Kevin Lacey, he has always had a nick for giving people nicknames that fit them, whether that's a moment in time or kind of a character trait. Mine's Thunder. I'm really loud. He says my presence is well known when I walk in the hangar, so I'm going to take it as a compliment and move on. But we have several nicknames, and Kevin just, it's kind of a way of making it personal. So Kevin's been really good at that.
No, that's good. So Tango 31 Aero Club, of course, McKinney, Texas, fearless leader, Kevin Lacey, and he's taught you guys a lot of things. He's mentoring, and you guys are mentoring other club members, and it's such a good environment. Recently, you have been featured in this current issue next to you of Aviation magazine. Do you want to kind of tell us what people can expect in that article, what you're talking about, or what's going on at the club? Just give us an update, because I'm sure the article's changed, or you guys have changed since you've written the article.
Yeah, so the article is on page 18, if you want to go find us. Me and Natalie, call sign Cinderella, we wrote that together. And in the article, you're just going to kind of find what the Aero Club is, and that we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization to help underprivileged youth have access to the aviation industry. It's a really expensive industry to try to join. So we're just trying to level the playing field here at the Aero Club and give real world experience for kids who have that bug for aviation. So in the article, you're going to find kind of who we are, what we do, as well as our projects and recent accomplishments. And as well as in the article, we're going to have a first solo story about one of our Aero Club members, call sign Mouse, and kind of his story about always wanting to be a pilot and then struggling with being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and his come up in the Aero Club in his career. So it's a really cool story and just kind of gives us an insight of what we do in here.
Well, you guys do very good work, all aspects. Your PR work is wonderful. The way you guys present everything. You guys are definitely a good group, learning from each other, and you can see that in the industry. You want to tell us kind of what your beginnings were, or how when you knew that you loved aviation?
Yeah. Well, number one, I never had an interest in being in a sim career at all. I am actually a very creative person, so day one, I was like, I'm never, ever, ever going to find myself in STEM. And here we are. So, no, I had a good friend of mine. I was thinking about going to the military. I was like, being a pilot would be really cool. Good friend of mine, his coworkers were one of the original Aero Club members, like, there's this nonprofit. I know kind of your financial situation, and he was like, I think this would be really good for you, especially because you're a visual hands-on learner. And when I knew that they were, visual and hands-on, I was immediately like, where can I find this place? Who can I talk to? I've never met a stranger in my life, so I kind of just walked up from here and been there ever since. Yeah. And I knew nothing about general aviation. My first time ever seeing an airplane was at the Aero Club. And my first time ever being in an airplane was my discovery flight with Kevin Lacey. So I kind of fell in love with the general aviation community through the Aero Club, and it's been a really amazing opportunity that I never would have found if I never wandered into the hangar.
Wow, that's an awesome story. That's what we call outside the choir. You came from outside the choir, and that's what we need to do more of in order to make our industry thrive again. With the personnel side. That's really inspiring, and what you're saying is that you just have to act on your intuition. You got to speak up.
You have to self-advocate, especially in this industry, and you never know who you're going to meet, especially at air shows like this. We get to bring all the Aero Club out, and we'll just be sitting around and talking. The aviation industry is a really close-knit industry, and you can be sitting down and talking to somebody, and then you find out they're the CEO of some company, and that's how we got a lot of our sponsors, just sitting down and being friendly and kind of networking and getting to know people and their story, and that's really important, and that's how you make a lot of friends in this industry.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about sponsorship. I know everything that you guys do is, I'm talking with Kevin and different sponsors, every penny that you guys have donated is being put to use, really good use, and I can speak on that just because, I'm privy to some of what you guys are doing. And what do you guys need, or what's a great way for an individual or a corporation, besides parts and stuff, to get involved with you, or how do they go about doing that? Do you have any of that information?
I do. So, if we're talking about monetary donations, anybody can donate to the Aero Club and our cause and to donate towards our projects. We have a website, T31 Aero Club, spelled with an E, .com, and there you can either donate online or we get checks in the mail all the time just for the community here at Sun and Fun and Oshkosh. And then as far as company-wise, you know, we have several sponsors, Memphis, Superior, you know, they donate us parts and stuff like that that kind of help us fund our projects. So we take monetary, we take tools. We lose Kevin's tools all the time. He's always complaining about how his Snap-on tools are in our Harbor Freight toolbox. So just things like that that help keep us running smoothly. And I mean, even things like cleaning supplies. I mean, I've kind of been looking for us a cleaning supplies company to kind of sponsor us. And, I mean, shop towels and rags, anything that you can think of that'll help us keep our banner going is fantastic. And that can be done online or via checks in the mail. We have a Facebook and an Instagram, and I help run those. And I'm very quick to answer these, so just reach out to any of those.
Very good. So Tango, Tango 31 Aero Club with an E.com, and you reach out to anybody from there that'd be willing to help coordinate that. Like I said, the money is really going to good use at this club, and you know.
We can only run out of the bank at Kevin Lacey for so long.
Right. Well, thank you very much. One last thing, what's advice for people that were like you coming in? You know, besides you guys get out there and ask for it. I mean, is there anything that you'd like to share with young people like yourself that you know that help inspire them to take that next step to get into the industry?
I would say, along with self-advocating, you know, go out on a limb. It's something I never thought I was going to do, and I have my private pilot certificate, and I'm going to school to advance my ratings, and you never know what you try, you're going to fall in love with. And I have found myself in a community and an industry that is really supportive and just filled with a bunch of good people. And the other thing that I'll say that I have really kind of acted on, especially as I've gotten older, is learn people's stories. Because you never know who you're going to talk to, who you're going to meet, and who you're going to be inspired by the story that they tell. And to tell your own story, because you never know who you're going to inspire by telling your own story. So that's one of my favorite things about aviation.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great advice. Well, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show, and we will see you at a show near us sometime. Take care.